Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Insurance Informer. This is the very first episode where we're going to be informing you about all of your insurance needs. At Floyd C. Petitt Insurance, they're going to be there answering questions and helping you out to know and educate yourself about different insurance facts and things that you need to know about your own personal insurance, whether it's your home, health, or life insurance. Now, especially with the winter storms coming up, they're going to be talking about the winter storms and any potential pipes that have broken in your house and what you need to do or what you need to do in the future if things like this occur. Of course, if you have questions, you can always send them in or give them a call, and we'll answer some of those general questions right here. Now, you can watch this on Facebook. You can watch it on YouTube. So many options for you to check this out. This is going to be a weekly video and audio podcast that you can check out. Of course, if you just want to listen to it audio-wise, it's available wherever you get your podcasts, so on iTunes, on Spotify, etc. So first off, what are some of the reasons that you wanted to start this Insurance Informer series?
Well, we're just hoping to be informative, to give some good advice. If people have got questions, they can send them to us, and we can get the answers if we don't already know them. Just to be a good service avenue.
You always talked about how education is important, especially when it comes to insurance. Kind of talk about that.
Well, most people don't understand insurance at all. Maybe agents totally understand it. I know until I became an agent, I thought it was Greek, and kind of thought all insurance agents were shysters, and now I know there's a big difference in that. You have anything, Dad?
Well, no, just the education part of it, where people understand how their policies work, is very, very important, because insurance is not designed to pay 100% of everything. It's designed mostly to get you back to where you were before the accident or before your damages to your home or whatever. But you also have a deductible you have to pay. It's your responsibility.
So insurance is definitely on top of everybody's mind with the whole winter storm that happened there in Texas.
They were pretty severe. We've had several claims, people calling in about frozen pipes bursting and flooding their homes, and the misconception sometimes is, like I said earlier, is they think the insurance will pay for everything. On frozen pipes, if a pipe ruptures and breaks and water damage occurs, then it's up to the insured to try to clean it up as much as possible, save all your receipts and everything if it costs you anything to have a service come in and do the cleaning. But your insurance should pay for the damages to your flooring, to your ceiling, to your painting and rugs and carpet and things like that. The only thing that it will not pay for, and let me make this very clear, the insurance companies do not pay for the ruptured pipe itself. That is the expense of the homeowner. You must pay for the pipe to be repaired. The insurance company is not going to pay for that, but they'll pay for the rest of it.
Now, what exactly is covered with that homeowner's insurance? Is like a TV covered if it's nearby a broken pipe?
That would be covered also. If a pipe, give you an example, say a pipe ruptures in your ceiling and it's over your television set and it leaks down all over the TV, then yes, your TV would be taken care of also.
Now, how can someone go about preventing a damage claim from being denied?
Well, the most important thing, and this is very difficult for people to understand sometimes, but it's really simple. Have your pipes and your home inspected on a regular basis. We recommend that you have your home inspected for your pipes, check them out, make sure they're in good working order, at least once every 5 years.
Now, if somebody has like a pipe that they see a leak in, but then they don't get it fixed and later it ends up causing a bigger issue, is that still covered?
Depending on if they can determine through the adjuster, if it looks like it's due to a maintenance issue that you haven't been keeping it up like you should have, then yes, the claim can be denied. Because it all boils down to, maintenance, making sure that you've done your due diligence to try to keep your home and your pipes and everything in good working order.
Moisture in the home is something we really don't want. Now, with all the pipes being broken from this winter storm, is mold damage covered under someone's homeowner's insurance?
That's depending on the adjuster and the way that it was done. Most cases, yes, is coverage for the mold, but it just depends on how long it's been there. It's hard to tell on mold sometimes.
So what is the first thing that someone should do if they notice that a pipe is broken in their home?
Well, the first thing, like I said, the first thing they need to do is to try to mitigate as much of it as they possibly can by either turning the water off, doing some minor repairs to keep any more damage from occurring, taking the carpet up if it's got your carpet, taking it out, having fans put in there to dry all of it. But like I said earlier, if you do that, then you must keep the receipts so we can turn them into the insurance companies with the adjuster so they can be part of the claim, any expense, because you're going to have, like I said, you'll have your deductible that you'll have to pay.
And it's also helpful to take some pictures. Most people's phones have cameras now, so take some pictures of the damage as you're going.
Should they call you when they first see signs of damage?
It would be very helpful if they would call. They can call directly to the company. We have 800 numbers for all the companies that they can call to file a claim, or they can call our office and we will file the claim from our office.
Do you have any tips for people that they can use to protect their homes during winter storms?
Yes, one of the several things that you can do, take the little covers that you can put on your faucets on the outside that will protect them. Also look at wrapping your pipes from your air conditioning system that's outside. If you have any other exposed pipes outside, wrap those up. If you have some pipes in the ceiling, especially check in your attic. If you have pipes up there that are exposed, then those need to be also wrapped in something to kind of insulate them from the cold.
It's always important to prepare for natural disasters like these ice storms and snowstorms, but also even for tornadoes.
Yeah, anytime you have it's hard to prepare sometimes, but just think about it. You need water, you need some sort of food preparation that you can be able to take care of for food, water to drink, water for other uses for bathing. I know during this time that we'd been able to have enough water that we were able to have jugs of water that we use for cooking with and for bathing, for taking care of the toilets, being able to flush toilets and stuff like that. You never realize some of this stuff until it actually happens. And it's like, my goodness, I never dreamed that we depended on all this stuff before, but we do. And unfortunately, sometimes we don't prepare.
Well, and we weren't quite prepared, making sure we had good batteries in all the flashlights when electricity might go off. Have you some candles handy? We couldn't find firewood. We waited a little late to try to find firewood, and so then we were out of luck. So there are things that we weren't prepared for in Texas for sure at all for this winter storm. We get tornadoes in this area, and the hailstorms, they can cause as much damage as the winter did. So, just for people to start thinking about being prepared for such events, because most of us we're insurance, we know to be prepared, and we still work totally prepared.
Maybe they could create like a checklist.
Being prepared, it is hard to do sometimes. We all live a very busy and active life, but sometimes it's worthwhile taking a few minutes or a few hours just to sit down with your family members and go over making sure you do have some essentials ready and in place and to use in case something were to happen.
It's important to prepare for those storms, even if you don't think it's going to affect you, just like these winter ice storms.
I'm 61 years old. This is the first storm that I went through that was like this in Texas.
Should you do a home check after storms?
Yes, we recommend that you do all of that. After a storm, if a hailstorm or a winter storm, snow or anything like that, after things have cleared off and cleared up a little bit, go out, walk around and see if there's anything that you can see or notice. Say you might notice that maybe one of your shingles or some of your shingles on your home are raised up a little bit. You might want to have a roofer come out and just look at it, just to give you an idea. Those are usually free of charge from a roofing contractor. They're not going to charge to do that. But it's just one way that you have taken the steps to prepare and make sure that your maintenance on your home and other things is in good order.
Are there different types of home insurance for different types of storm damage?
Yes, there's the form that we have a broad form. That's what we use exclusively. There are basic forms, but on the basic form, you need to understand it's a named peril. So it would have to be like hail, wind, something like that. It is a named peril. On a broad form, the broad form would cover all those. That's why they call it a broad form. You don't have to worry as much about it. Sudden and accidental discharge of water, a lot of the policies. So we try to stay away from the basic policies and just keep the broad form to where you're covered for most all the incidences you can think of.
Well, if anybody's watching, you have suggestions, you have questions, just send them to our office, call our office. In our next podcast, we'll try to address any questions that come in.
Thanks, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.